So I uploaded my reaction to the IShowSpeed versus Ashton Hall race on both YouTube and TikTok. And YouTube, it got me around 3,000 views, but TikTok, I noticed something weird. It only got about 7 views. If you could see it right here, it's the post right here. 7 views, bro. And I was like, nah, ain't no way, because this was a super big race. This was super big, super huge. I just knew it was gonna do numbers. And it only got to 7 views. And I was like, how is that possible? So guess what? I went ahead and I checked, right? First of all, you can see the views for YouTube right here. I got 3,000 views on it. Although, yes, I did get copyrighted on the video, but that's not what this is about, right? So if you check it out, right here, it told you on TikTok when I looked, your video is not eligible for recommendation in the For You feed. If you disagree with the content restriction, you can appeal. So guess what I did? I went ahead and appealed because I didn't understand. It was 2 guys racing. They had an argument when they was racing. That was it. I did not understand why they were like shadow banning me. That's basically what happened. They like shadow banned me and they said I couldn't be suggested. And I clicked it even further. And on this page, it originally said that I was able to do the appeal, and I did the appeal like I said. And they told me no, basically. And they upheld the appeal. I can't appeal it again. And it's just saying that I go against their community guidelines. So I'm looking at the guideline stuff right here. It's saying we make you ineligible for the For You. Or what's F? I thought it was page. Certain content that may not be appropriate for a broad audience related to behavioral health, sensitive and mature themes, integrity, authenticity, and related goods. Blah, blah. Right? But it says this content is ineligible for the For You page, but can still be discovered in other ways. So if you're wondering why I was able to get to 7 views, I got 7 views because it could still be discovered if you go on my page and you watch it. But they shadow ban me as in they will not recommend my video to anybody. So I had a theory and I was like, is it because they were arguing? And as you can see right here, I reposted the same exact thing. I reposted the race. The only difference, why can't I make a circle? The only difference is that in the first race that I posted right here, I let the video start off with their dispute, with their argument, where Speed was telling Ashton that you're delusional, you're stupid, I beat you 3 times, blah, blah, whatever. I reposted the second one that you see without that beginning part. And it just started right here with them lining up, getting ready to race. I wanted to see if the argument had anything to do with it. Clearly it did, because when I clicked on this video, one, it did not say that it was like shadow banned or whatever, like not being recommended to anybody anymore. Like, and it was the same exact video. I kid you not. I didn't change anything else, right? It didn't say that anymore since I didn't start it with the argument. But I will say, though, it only got 225 views, which again, I expect more from a reaction to IShowSpeed and Ashton Hall. I'm not a big account. I only got 1,100 followers on TikTok, but either way, I just knew in my heart of hearts, if I can get 8,000 views on this wrestling video right here, I knew Ashton Hall IShowSpeed could get 1,000, get more than 1,000. You know what I'm saying? So something just wasn't sitting right. So I went to explore a little bit more. And here's the argument page. This is what I think they really blocked it for. Because like I said, I got 200 views on the repost, changed nothing. The only difference was the first video started with this. I would show you video footage of the argument, but as you saw, I got copyrighted for even making that reaction video in the first place on YouTube, and I got completely shadow banned on TikTok. So this is the image you're gonna see from me now, because apparently I'm not allowed to show anything. But here's me going over the TikTok guidelines, because I just really want to understand. This is just saying, the community guidelines make you ineligible for certain things that do not meet our recommendation standards. Then here's the standards for the eligibility. In determining what gets recommended, the system takes into account factors including likes, shares, comments, searches, diversity of content, popular videos, blah, blah, whatever. Anyway, next page. It said any content made by somebody under 16 years old. That is not the case for me. I'm 27. There's no way, right? Hate speech, hateful behavior. Now, I'm wondering if they took Ashton and Speed arguing about a race as hate speech and hateful behavior because they were arguing. But it was just friendly banter about a race. It's all for entertainment. Speed and Ashton have no beef whatsoever. It was literally for games, jokes, fun, entertainment. Everybody knows that. Everybody understood that. I don't understand. At the bottom, you can see disordered eating and body image. Then you could see dangerous activity and challenges. They were just racing. They were literally just racing. And then got nudity and body exposure, sexually suggestive content. Then they have shocking and graphic content. And that's it, really. Everything else that they showed, there was more to the community guidelines that could get you like not recommended. But none of the other stuff pertains to the video. Now, nothing in that video was sexually suggestive. There was no blood. There was no physical fighting. They were yelling at each other, but they weren't fighting. Nudity and body exposure, they were just shirtless. But they're shirtless in my repost of it too. And that one says, even though it didn't get a lot of views, it got more views than the original. At least it hits to 200. It didn't get blocked. So it can't be about them being shirtless. Like I said, it's not sexually suggestive. Dangerous activity and challenges, bro. They were just racing. Only thing I can think of is hate speech and hateful behavior. But if we're being honest, bro, I think TikTok is soft, man. It's soft. And honestly, I'm making this video for YouTube. I'm very unsure if I'm going to post this on TikTok because I don't know if they're going to say, oh, he's talking shit about our platform. That goes against our community guidelines. We can't have it up. Like, we are at a point where I cannot share a reaction to a content where two guys are having a friendly race and literally just disputing and arguing for the sake of our entertainment. They were not fighting at all. Nobody threw punches. They didn't even threaten to hurt each other. He said, you're delusional. I beat you 4 times. That's why I'm leaving. Nobody said I'm gonna punch you in the face. I'm gonna swing on you. Like, nothing crazy happened whatsoever. So if you're telling me this is the type of content that I cannot post on my TikTok because they were arguing, because that beginning part of my video showed the dispute just because I was trying to build the suspense and hype for the video, like, what are y'all doing? This is soft. This is a soft platform. At least YouTube let me put it up. Like I said, YouTube, I was copyrighted, sure, but you know, that just goes to the copyright owner, which that would be Speed and his team or whatever. But dude, at least I was able to put it up and it got 3,000 views. It's been 2 days. You know, that's not a lot. I'm not saying that's a lot for any page, but remember, I'm only a channel on YouTube with 4,000 subscribers. So that's almost matching the amount of subscribers I got. So 3,000 views at any day is good for me. 1,000 views on any day is good for me. But TikTok is soft. I don't really understand why they're not letting me post my content, post the video. 7 views. You see right after that, I posted a wrestling video that's almost at 1,000 views. Yeah, man, they shadow banned me for absolutely nothing. I don't get it. I don't understand it. 7 views. They just said it's not recommended. And they went against my appeal. That's all I got to say. Let me know if you think TikTok is soft, if you think the video is that offensive. If you need to go see it, it's on my YouTube channel because you can watch it here. You can still watch it on my TikTok, but like I said, it's not recommended. You have to go on my page manually yourself to see it. But let me know if you think anything is offensive and you think like they had good reason to block my video from getting viewed from anybody at all. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. This is J Athletic Gaming, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.